When I started this channel, I was very excited to put out a lot of content in a really short period of time, as fast as possible. And my initial intention was to use artificial intelligence to help me automate scripts and help me with generating thumbnails and in whatever way I could employ AI to help me create my YouTube channel. But one thing that I really wanted to keep on this channel more than anything was my own authenticity. And as I started building this channel and got to the point where I am here today, I started stripping away artificial intelligence more and more, to the point where now I barely ever use it at all for the channel. And the odd time that I do, I'm usually pretty displeased with the result. But how did I get here? Let me tell you where I started. When I started using AI on the channel, I used it mostly for two things. One, generating ideas, which it can be at times good at doing. Two, channel analysis. I would give it my scripts from the recorded videos I had made and then have it analyze those scripts for me. And three, I would get it to generate my thumbnail for my videos by basically creating this font that I wanted to be able to draw by hand, but I didn't have the ability to do at a rapid, fast pace or speed, especially at the speed required in order for me to upload a video every day. Over time, the fonts started to bother me. I liked that initially it did come from my own idea. I actually hand drew the font I was using in the beginning. If you look back at my very first video, the video titled Just Start, that video, that font that's used on the thumbnail, I actually hand drew it and then took a photo of it, uploaded it to ChatGPT, and got ChatGPT to generate the actual visual representation of what I had drawn. It was cool, and I did that for about 100 videos. But then I got kind of tired of it because it felt like the computer was now becoming a part of my channel, and it wasn't really authentically me anymore. It felt like some distorted version of my own creation, and that bothered me. So I decided to create my own font, and I did that. And if you want to watch the video of why, you can check it out. I can link it at the end of this video. But I did. I created my own font. I drew it all out by hand, and now every single thumbnail that I use on my channel is actually a hand-drawn font by me, and I'm really happy with that. I mean, sure, somebody could copy it, but I don't know why they'd want to, and if they did, it's like, whatever. It's still my own hand-drawn font, so I'm pretty happy with it. So I started moving away from AI. But then when it came to analysis, I was still really heavily relying upon it because I would give it my scripts for my videos, and I would get it to like analyze, how can I make this video better? And how can I, be better at being a YouTuber? And I found that every time it would give me feedback, first of all, the feedback was super generic, and it was always applied to like beastifying your YouTube video, essentially just trying to optimize for the most retention all the time, instead of like helping me just lean into my own personality. And I found that really frustrating. And it took me a long time, actually probably 200, well, maybe at least 150 videos before I decided to completely stop using artificial intelligence for video analysis. I just found it really discouraging. Every single time I ever talked to the AI about my channel, I just felt more discouraged more than ever. I never felt encouraged to keep going. I always felt that it was never enough. Everything I was doing was always wrong and always could have been better, instead of just allowing my channel to be human, imperfect, which is what I am, imperfect. Above all else, I really knew that I wanted to be authentic on YouTube, and I wanted to be real. I wanted to be myself. I wanted to be Zen. And every time I used artificial intelligence, it stripped that away from me. And it felt like it was robbing me of my own personality. Today, there's a lot of tools with artificial intelligence now, and I was just looking at one where YouTube offers inspiration based off the content you already have on your your platform, on your channel. It can give you new ideas for new videos to create. And I was looking through it because I thought, hey, maybe I'll come up with I'll see some new idea that'll be really good. And as I looked at it, I could see it generating the hook and the title and the content. And as I would read it, it just feels so generic and sad. There's no personality, no life to it. It completely strips me of me. And I hate that. I don't want that. And so while it was really important to me that I was able to churn out a lot of videos on this channel, because I'm partially working on an experiment to see how good do I get at YouTube by just doing more videos? How much more do I improve by doing more videos? And how far do I get by, doing at least 1,000 videos on the channel? The automation is important, but anytime I used AI, it just felt like it took away all of the passion, all the desire, all of the excitement, all of the love I had for the channel, and killed it. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that. Every time I talk to an AI, I pretty much feel more depressed, and I hate it. And for the longest time, I've used artificial intelligence since it came out. When ChatGPT 3 came out, I was obsessed about it. Same with 4. I would talk to it relentlessly all day, getting it to analyze social situations, getting it to analyze whatever was on my mind. And at first, for a while, I actually really did trust the information it was giving me. But now that is completely flipped, and I don't trust it at all. In fact, I trust my own judgment better than the computer's because I have more contextual awareness than any machine ever will. But this video isn't just to tell you to not use AI or to hate on AI more. That's not what I'm trying to make it. That's not the reason why I'm making it. I'm just telling you why I've stopped using it. It still has uses. There's times where I do find it useful for generating video ideas. If I just need a new title or I need a new approach, trying to get my head out of a rabbit hole and find out a couple new experiments I could possibly work on. But outside of that, I don't really like using artificial intelligence. It can be good at summarizing a video you've already done, but I don't often need to use that feature. For the most part, I've kind of taken a break from it, and I'm really glad I have. And as a result, that's allowed me to be way more real on this channel, way more imperfect, and just happy with the content I create, even though, by all intents and purposes, this content is not polished. And I don't intend it to ever be very polished. Maybe one day my content will just naturally become more polished because I decide to go down that road. But right now I don't. And I'm happy with that. I'm really happy that this channel is just real. It's just me. It's the version of me that you hear in the recording. Of course, I'm never, in the sense, fully myself because you're not in the room with me and you may not know me person to person, but this is as real as I can be on a microphone. And I'm happy with that. I'm good with that. And if you are in a space where you are using artificial intelligence to analyze your channel and you find that it is discouraging you more than helping you, maybe it's worth taking a step back and thinking about how do you want to approach your channel in the future? Because oftentimes you probably already know the right decisions you need to make anyway. Oftentimes it's just making another video and just trusting your own judgment. You don't need to trust the judgment of a computer. You have a brain. It works. You don't need artificial intelligence. You have actual intelligence. That is your own AI. So if this video finds you well, I hope it does. I hope it finds you well. And I hope that you gathered something from it that might help you in your day-to-day, whether that's with building a channel or living life with or without artificial intelligence, or however you decide to use it and employ it in your life. Just know that there's probably some areas where you need to have some boundaries, and that's healthy. As long as it is serving you, that's the most important part. Anyway, thank you for listening, and I'll catch you in the next video. Zen out.